anything happens in that boat jetty, we'll never reach the ocean. Impossible is not reality, it is a pattern. Please listen, please understand. All the miracles I continue to perform is not to show off or demonstrate or my pride. It is just to tell you one statement: impossible is only pattern, not reality. If you think something is impossible by you, it is only a pattern, it is not truth. I am going to learn first and do it. Then I am going to tell all the ashramites to do it. Sannyas initiation only after they complete pole yoga. No, it is possible. It is possible. He is doing gymnastics. She has not learnt authenticity from an incarnation. When she can do, why not? जो भी आप असंभव सोचते हैं उसकी सूची बनाइए, सूची बनाइए. एक वर्ष के इस अभ्यास के बाद आप देखेंगे वो सभी असंभव कम. Our whole Sangha woke up when I declared we will be enriching 1,000 lives on May Inner Awakening. Whole Sangha woke up. We will do, but the benefit happened in the May is we woke up, and this is the largest program we are in the land. I was thinking the cruise was larger. No, just yesterday I was told this is the largest program after the religious persecution. 3 years of slumber, tiredness, laziness given upon ourselves and others. The whole Sangha woke up. Just by the one declaration. First, I made the whole Sangha believe they can stand up again. Now only I can see people feel, yes, we can stand up again. Man who can give this push when people fall is a leader. I can see the confidence in the eyes of my Swamis, my volunteers, my organizers, my devotees, my disciples, even in the eyes of the participant. What was the number of lives enriched in the last Inner Awakening? It's only 2 digit. That much I can be sure. Two digit, and only 53 days gap. Tell me the number and the gap, number of days. The whole Sangha woke up. And I tell you, August, we will be enriching more than 1,000 lives. Because we already broke the pattern of impossible. Any weight crushes you. If you stand up, crush, you are crushed. If you lift it, it becomes your strength. The pattern impossible can either crush you or it can become strength in the hand. Now it is literally crushing your hand. If you lift it, that same 10 kg now adds strength to your muscle. This persecution was the collective impossibility put on us. The alagala poison put on us. Collective negativity put on us. Mahadeva just by swallowing the whole thing and finishing off in the throat, he swallowed in the throat and declared victory. Means just by the declaration of a word, Mahadeva crushed the alahala poison. Just when I declared, we will be enriching 1,000 lives through my inner awakening, I already swallowed the whole alahala poison of impossible and finished it off, destroyed it. The poisonous does not have the quality of killing anymore. When poison becomes part of the Mahadeva's body, naturally it becomes nectar. March 42 lives are attending, getting enriched. Only 33 days gap. "60 days before we declared 1,000 lives will be enriching for May. In 60 Durga woke up. Continue to break the pattern of impossible. We stood up. We will now start flying. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Earlier, we had the translation as, many of you would have put this statement in your office, house, based on my request. Now update. Yoga is authenticity in action. Is reduction in the words you utter. Means first step of yoga is reduction in words due to practice of integrity. And yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. योगा कार्य में न केवल पूर्णता है बल्कि कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना है. हर कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना योगा है. योगा कर्मसु कौशलम. कार्य में श्रद्धा ही योगा है. जब कोई वासन आपको कुचल रहा है, जब कोई वसन आपको कुचल रहा है, यदि आप उसे उठाते हैं, वही वसन आपको शक्ति दिलाता है. जो उत्पीड़न हमने अनुभव किया वो सामूहिक नकारात्मकता थी. केवल एक घोषणा में इनर अवेकनिंग कार्यक्रम में 1000 लोगों की जीवन को लाभान्वित करेगा. द्वारा मैंने उस उत्पीड़न की हाला को समाप्त कर दिया. Bring authenticity in every level. The way you do business, the way you maintain relationships, the way you take the responsibility, the way you think, the way you cognize the world, the way you respond to the world, the way you act, the way you feel others, the way you behave with your body, the way you behave with your mind, with everything, bring authenticity. The way you behave with your boss. If you are irritated just by seeing the boss, extend it. You will not get irritated at least for 5 minutes. If you are HB in peace, without getting agitation. What is agitation? When you don't take responsibility for your commitments to others, you get agitated. You get irritated. If you take the responsibility for your commitments, you will not be agitated. You will not be irritated. First root pattern in you which does not allow the cognition. Complete with that pattern first. Get out of that pattern first. जब आप अपने प्रतिबद्धताओं का उत्तरदायित्व लेते हैं, आप आवेश और आंदोलन की स्थिति में नहीं रहेंगे. Don't show pseudo sympathy towards you. Because if you show the pseudo sympathy, you are not showing sympathy to you are showing sympathy to your root patterns, which will flourish and grow and destroy you more. One temple priest came to see my puja once. I myself was doing arti. He was shocked and he said, only after seeing your arti, I realized we all forgot even to raise the hand fully when we do arti. We just the whole hand should move. Arti should fly in the air. Fire should fly in the air. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Break all the patterns of inauthenticity. First, break the root pattern of impossible in your life. आज सत्संग के सारांश है today's satsang's essence is श्रद्धा पूर्वक अपनी अश्रद्धा बारे व्यवहार को तोड़ दीजिए. उसको एक कागज पर लिखिए, फिर श्रद्धा के साथ जीना आरंभ कीजिए. 1 वर्ष के बाद आप देखेंगे कि आपके सोचे हुए हर असंभवता संभव हो जाएगा. और वास्तविक आपके व्यवसाय में श्रद्धा लाइए. आपके संबंधों में श्रद्धा लाइए. आपके सोच विचार में श्रद्धा लाइए. आपके हर प्रतिक्रिया में श्रद्धा लाइए. जिस तरह आप अपने आपके बारे में सोचते हैं, अपने आप से और दूसरों के लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. स्वयं के प्रति बनावटी सहानुभूति को ना दिखाई. स्वयं के प्रति शक्ति से पेश आइए और बगैर कोई समझौता की लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. आइए अब हम सब आज यह घोषणा करें कि आपसे मैं जो भी कार्य करूंगा उसमें श्रद्धा लाऊंगा.
Nithyananda. Beautiful understanding and the wealth of knowledge that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has given us in his happening as a Guru. You can further subscribe to the YouTube channel where tens of thousands of hours of discourses of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over these decades is made available for all of humanity. And with that, now we would like to share a very exciting news. The embodiment of authenticity and expansion. And today we have just received a most wonderful, exciting news as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism takes us to more expansion and as Kailasa celebrates this Vijayadashmi on this day of victory, let us see the taking news that we have just received. So we have just received this exciting announcement. The United States Senate has recognized the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the sovereign of the sovereign state of Kailasa. So this certificate of special recognition is present Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam from the United States Senate presents a special recognition to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the sovereign of the sovereign nation. So this is an exciting announcement for all of Kailasa as we celebrate this Vijayadashmi. And we'll be finding out more about the accolades and recognitions, the awards the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has through the conscious expansion, for taking humanity through, for the superconscious breakthroughs that he's been giving to humanity. So today, as we celebrate Vijayadashmi, we are pleased to announce this recognition, and we'll learn more now about the various sacred rituals and the revival of the sacred Hindu sciences and rituals that are happening as part of the authentic lifestyle and practice, and the sacred rituals being performed as per the agamic injunctions at the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam in the Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarvajna. So now and now, with that exciting announcement, let's now look at the various sacred rituals that are happening from Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarvajna Peetham, Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, as we celebrate Devi Parashakti's happening of Navaratri and Vijayadashmi, these Dasara celebrations, and also the Venkateshwara Pramotsav. So let us see the various sacred rituals and happenings from Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarvajna Peetham. and how we can be part of these celebrations with the various offerings and sevas. So this Navaratri, as we celebrate Devi Parashakti on these 9 nights and the day of victory, Vijayadashami, and we also celebrate the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam. On these 9 days and 9 nights of celebration and the 10th day of Vijayadashami, we have been celebrating the various manifestations of Devi Parashakti with different alankars, the decoration of Devi Parashakti, traditional offerings, rituals, and sevas are being performed on all of these 9 days and on the day of auspicious day of Vijayadashami at the Adi Kailasa'S Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, which is the sacred land, the Kshetra, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has consecrated living in this very sacred land. And here, the third eye awakened beings, initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, perform these sacred rituals with the utmost integrity and authenticity to the agamic injunctions. And when thus themselves are verily present to receive these sacred rituals and shower their grace and blessings on all of us and on all of humanity. So let us see the various celebrations and rituals happening in this Navaratri. We have celebrated the manifestation of Devi Parashakti as Devi Rajarajeshwari on day 1, as Devi Meenakshi on day 2, as Devi Kamakshi on day 3, as Devi Annapurneshwari on day 4, as Kashi Vishalakshi on day 5, in her manifestation as Shayana Tirukolam on day 8, and as Devi Saraswati herself on day 9. So as we celebrate all of these various manifestations of Devi Parashakti, let us take a look at the various rituals being offered on these days of celebration and on the auspicious day of Vijayadashami. So sevas and rituals are being offered. The Swamiji Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva, the Utsava Ambal Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja, the Chandi Homa, the Vishesha Dravya Homa and Purnahuti, the Dasha Bhairava Puja, Kumari Puja and Suhasini Puja, the Durga Prana Pratishtapana, which was offered the day Devi Durga was welcomed, and the Prana Pratishtapana was done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. And the Durga Saptami Puja on the day of Saptami, Mahatmyam Parayanam has been happening every single day of these 9 days of celebration. The Durga Ashtami Puja, which was offered on the day of Ashtami, the Durga Kumari Puja, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which are happening on the auspicious day of Vijayadashami. Brahmotsvam, Utsava Venkateshwara Alankara Seva, and the Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalashadhishekam, as we also celebrate Bhagwan Venkateshwara on these auspicious days of Venkateshwara Brahmotsvam. So the Alankara Seva is the offering of the Alankara to the various deities at the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam. The Utsava Murti and the deities on this special occasion of Dasara. So Alankara means decoration and also that which causes the deep sense of fulfillment. Alamkara, alam karoti iti alankara. So the Alankara Seva can be offered as 508 USD. You can register for any of the sevas that you would like to offer, any of the sacred rituals that you would like to participate in. You can sign up for these rituals and sevas on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And you can also make the offering of Utsava Ambal Alankara Seva. Every day, the Utsava Murti of Devi Parashakti is decorated in her various different manifestations, and offering of the Alankara Seva to the deity of Parashakti bestows the deep fulfillment in life. Thereby taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from the Utsava Murti of Devi Parashakti every day of these 10 days of celebration. The Swamiji Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva. Every day, the Sachala Murti of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the Garbha Mandir of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam is decorated in the various manifestations of Parashakti. Offering of the Alankara Seva to the deity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism bestows the deep fulfillment in life, thereby taking us closer to Alankara Seva. On any of these days of celebration, and the cost of this seva is $508 US. You can sign up for this offering also on the website www In this sacred ritual, the Utsava Murti of Devi Parashakti is decorated in her various manifestations and is worshipped with 16 offerings that are favorite to Devi Parashakti. As part of it, a special Samputita Archana will be offered with the 108 names of her manifestations describing her divine qualities. Samputita Karana is unique to the Shakti Sampradaya, where two mantras, names, and the Archana is done. And in Devi Mahatmyam, Devi Parash, this boon and blessings on everyone as extolled in the merits to all the beings. So in the Devi Mahatmyam portion of the Markandeya Purana, the Sa Dana Votha Bhavishyati Tada Tada Vatiryaham Karishyamyari Sanshayam. The translation for this verse: whenever trouble arises, he blesses and gives this boon to protect all humanity in the Devi Mahatmya. And during this Navaratri and Vijayadashmi, we are celebrating the happening of Devi Parashakti. The next offering, this Navaratri is the Chandi Homa, Vishesha Dravya Homa, and Punahuti Meshwari on all the 9 days of celebration of Navaratri. So the chanting of Sanskrit mantras brings out the latent powers that exist within us. Sanskrit mantras, when chanted by power manifestors or Tvijas, those who are reborn from the Shakti Pada of Paramashiva, they manifest intense life positive cosmic permission to invoke Chandika Parameshwari in the Agni and to worship her by chanting the Devi Mahatmyam. The fire ritual demands the japam or incantation chanting of the Devi Mahatmyam to be repeated 10 times to bring a cosmic allowance to invoke Chandi Devi in the Agni. In order to do the oblations into Chandi Agni for the 700 verses of Devi Mahatmyam, the repetition of chanting the 700 verses should happen 10 times. This is what is known as Dashamsha. It is a powerful way to consecrate the very Vatavarana, the spiritual ecosystem of the Yagashala of the place of fire worship. The group will be chanting 10 times the repetition of the Devi Mahatmyam. The veneration can bring life positive effects to anyone who hears these sacred shlokas. So the 700 verses of Devi Mahatmyam is chanted every day of these celebrations when the 10 priests initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism chant verses chanted every day as the sacred fire ritual is performed. Chandika Parameshwari are invoked in numerous water pots surrounding the Pradhana main Kalasha of Chandika Parameshwari. The Yagashala is described as the central square of the Mandala grid. The Toranam represents the four Vedas protecting the Yagashala for negative energies to be warded off. The four Vedas are the most life positive vibrations that create from select trees prescribed by the Agamas. The occurrence of banyan, people, atti, and purisu in scripture is always associated with auspiciousness. The trees grow in a particular environment that ecosystem is, but also the very spiritual energies that exist in that particular environment. These four trees create an extremely spiritual and peaceful canopy to the beings who live under them. The leaves from these spiritual charged faces can hold, they further energize the Yagashala. The Vishesha Dravya Homa is the offering of all the Rudra and Ananta are invoked within the Agni Kunda. The Agni Kunda's top is said to be the very mouth of the gods, while the pit below is the stomach of the gods. In the Vishesha Dravya Homa, various fruits, cooked rice, the coconut is offered as it represents the head of the Devata. Finally, the Annam is adorned with clothing and flower garlands and is worshipped as the embodiment of the Devata. In the Purnahuti Homa, select offerings of turmeric, kumkum, and favorite dry foods of Devi, such as almonds, raisins, cashew, etc., are offered to the Chandi Agni right before the final offerings of Purnahuti, which include a sari, silver mangalyam, silver coins, and flower garland for Chandika Devi. The Mangalya Sutra is the auspicious thread that is tied when a woman marries. This thread as a medallion that symbolizes the chastity and the highest metals that can hold and radiate energy. It is one of the rarest offerings made into the Chandi Agni when the metal itself is consumed by the Agni and given to the cosmic energy directly. And Chandi Homa. And among the many merits described in the Devi Mahatmya, the 12th chapter extols the merits of chanting of the Devi Mahatmya and the Chandi Homa. And in this chapter, it describes that this is the blessings of grace and bestows the boon on her devotees. Where the Devi Mahatmya is chanted and the Chandi Homa is offered, she bestows upon the devotees various will bestow the grace and blessings for the removal of all problems of the devotees, and they can avoid all untoward happenings in life, avoid bad happenings, poverty, separation from beloved ones, removal of fear from enemies, robbers and kings, weapons, fire and flood. All troubles will be removed by Devi when this Homa is done during the Navaratri, and the participant will be blessed with riches, grains, and children. The one performing this ritual, chanting the Devi Mahatmyam, he becomes fearless. His enemies perish, welfare accrues, and the family rejoices. The ill effects of bad dreams and negative influences of planets are removed. Planets turn favorable, and a result of good dreams manifests. Completion manifests in between human beings. The presence of all evil spirits are driven away. All the worldly pleasures that Siddha, that is enlightened, and Devi's grace happens to bestow further boons and blessings. Perfect health manifests, all sins are removed, fear of enemies is removed. One is even saved from the dangers of being alone in the forest, surrounded by forest fire, being surrounded by robbers in a desolate spot, and while captured by enemies. One is by a lion or tiger, when chased by wild elephants in the forest, when one is the target of the order of a wrathful king, when one is sentenced to death, when one is imprisoned, when one is tossed about by a boat, in the boat by a tempest in the ocean. When one is in the most terrible battle under the shower of weapons and at all dreadful troubles. These various and the offering of the Chandi Homa are described in Devi Mahatmya itself, where Devi sings her glory and the glory of her deeds and victories over evil, and she bestows upon her devotees all of these various boons and blessings in her utmost. The merits further described that Devi, Devi says even black magic is removed and successful death he attains moksha, and all the worldly pleasures that are sought manifest, and also the supreme union with the cosmic mother happens. Evil possessions haunting the children are removed. The presence of all evil spirits are driven away, and the completion manifests in human beings. So you can offer the Chandi Homa. It's of celebration. So during the Navaratri and this Dasara celebrations, the HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam conduct this sacred fire ritual on all the 9 days of these celebrations. The next offering to Devi Parashakti on these days of celebration is the Rajarajeshwari Ekadasha Dravya Abhishekam and the Snapana Abhishekam. This is a very special offering where, as per the Shastra Agamas, the Jaladravya powder, the Panchamritam, milk, curd, ghee, honey, sugarcane juice, fruit juice, tender coconut water, and Gandhajalam will be offered to the Moolavar Rajarajeshwari in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam. Finally, the energized waters of the Chandi Homa Kalashas and the Shankha conch, which have been consecrated during the Rajeshwari Devi. So you can register for this sacred ritual and sacred and most special ritual that is offered to Devi Rajarajeshwari during these days of Navaratri celebrations. You can register for this seva of the Abhishekam, the Rajarajeshwari Ekadasha Dravya Abhishekam and the Snapana Abhishekam, which is the offering of the sacred bath with the 11 types of Dravyam. You can register for this seva on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, and the cost of this offering is $1,008. And another sacred are offerings and worship. Hinduism is a religion where everything is auspicious and is an embodiment of Devi Parashakti. When one where everything is auspicious and is an embodiment of Devi Parashakti. When one witnesses the worship of a physical body which is radiating Parashakti, the highest auspicious will manifest when we see her in a physical form, receiving our worship as Parashakti. And in the Kumari Puja, Parashakti, with an innocent powerfulness through which the divine can be glimpsed. Parashakti's own extensions are the Kumaris. The Dashabhairava Puja is offered to young boys who are blissful manifestations of Parashakti as the Dashabhairavas. Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, sit as the form of Parashakti. This unique revival of worship is one of the rarest where Parashakti is actualized and is embodied and represents an actual physical body of a Suvasini. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, women are an embodiment of Devi Parashakti. And here is a unique ritual in Hinduism, recreating the same sacred sentiments Sri Ramakrishna had when he offered the Jadadatri Puja to Sri Sharada Devi. And on the this was offered on the day when we had the consecration of Devi Durga, the Prana Pratishtapana of Devi Durga. By the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. And the Durga Saptami Puja, which was offered to Devi Durga on the auspicious day of Saparati, which was offered to Devi. And the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, which is offered to Devi Durga every day on all the 9 days of Navaratri celebrations. And as we celebrate these Dasara celebrations, initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of India are chanted by 10 initiated disciples as the Chandi Homa rituals are performed, Navaratri celebrations, and as we celebrate these Dasara celebrations, initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of India are chanted by 10 initiated disciples as the Chandi Homa rituals are performed. And you can offer this sacred ritual of Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam. And you can register for this seva on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. So Devi Mahatmyam, the glory of God, the goddess, also known as the Durga Saptashati, the Chandi or the Chandi Patha, describes the victory of goddess Durga over the evil forces, the asuras such as Madhuha. Devi Mahatmyam is the very definition of the nature of the Divine Mother. She is the Moola Prakriti, the root nature of all that manifests. She is the force that drives everything in the universe. Devi Mahatmyam is also significant, ranging from the fearsome and dangerous Kali to the benign and gentle Shri, as fundamentally unified. 10 priests chant the Devi Mahatmyam, which makes it a total of 7,000 verses and gives respect to Devi Parashakti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Samstita Namastasyai 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 Saraswatyai Namo Namaha. This first shloka gives respect to Vishnu Maya and the next offering to Devi Rajarajeshwari, Devi Parashakti on this celebrations of Paranangi Alankara Seva. It is a magnificent armor that covers the deity and allows one to have the darshan of the deity in her grand glory. Kailasa'S Nithyananda Paramashivam, and you can sign up for this offering of the Alankara Seva, the Utsava Rajarajeshwari Swarnangi Alankara Seva on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, and the cost of this offering is $508. And the next offering on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami, the Annalayas of Adi Kailasa and the devotees of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya offer the Mahanaivedya Seva to our beloved Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. This grand offering is an offering of 1008 varieties of food. This celebration is an offering of our deep love and gratitude. Naivedya Seva only 4 times in a year. On the day of victories, the Mahanaivedya Seva is one of the choicest offerings. So you can register for this offering of the Mahanaivedya Seva on this auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami offering, and sign up for this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/seva. And the next offering on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the one of the most sacred offerings from disciples of Guru's feet, sacred lotus feet. And this verse describes Shoshanam Papa Pankasya Deepanam Jnana Tejas Sam Gurupadodakam Samyak Samsararnavatarakam. The water of Guru's feet dries up the mud of sins, lights the fire of knowledge, and causes one to cross the ocean of worldly material life of Maya in the right way. And you can make this offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. One disciple offers to the sacred lotus feet of Guru. So you can register for this offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja on this most auspicious occasion of Vijayadashmi. And you can find out more about this offering on the website www.kailasa'S.com/sevas. The cost of this offering is $1,008. And the next offering of Vijayadashmi is the offering of the Tulabharam. The traditional way of offering material offerings to God or deity, any items that we would like to offer to the God or deity, the traditional way of offering is known as the Tulabharam. This is the sacred act of offering an item equal in weight of the deity or Guru or God to whom you are offering. Offerings can be various: flowers, bilva, tulasi, dates, bananas, books, silver, and finally gold. Tulabharam is an intense offering of gratitude for your prayers to be answered. Giving for the sake of giving opens up to receive Paramashiva and Parashakti. In Hinduism, giving is about offering with gratitude the highest that we have. Only when we offer to our maximum potential, the more we'll be open to receiving the best possible, Paramashiva and Parashakti herself. And Tulabharam is the ritual where material donations are made to the supreme items that can be offered, from jaggery to sugar to silver and gold. Tula means scale. It is the scale where donations are made against the weight of the deities. So you can register for the sacred offering of the Tulabharam on this auspicious occasion of Vijayadashmi. And you can find out more about this sacred ritual and offering on the website www.kailasa'S.com/sevas. The next offering on this occasion of Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam is the Venkateshwara Utsava Murti Alankar, taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from birth and death. Every day, the Utsava Murti of Bhagavan Venkateshwara is dressed and decked in his various manifestations. Priya, the one who loves to be decorated with the finest clothing and jewelry, offering the most favorite treasures in the form of clothing, jewelry, and flower garlands. This is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And Bhagavan Venkateshwara is described in this verse as Sahasra Shirsham Vasudevam Vishwaksham Vishwashambhuvam Vishwainarayan, the supreme, the goal, the multi-headed and the multi-eyed, omnipresent and omniscient, the resplendent, the Sankara Seva, and also the Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalasha Abhishekam. Every day, the afternoon, the Sri Vari Venkateshwara, during the Sri Vari Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, the Lord of the Seven Hills, Bhagwan Venkateshwara, the Utsava Murti is offered cooling Abhishekam or sacred bath, offering unique ingredients which are all the favorite of Bhagwan Venkateshwara. The Kshira, the milk, the Dadi, curd, Ayacha, the ghee, Madhu, honey, Churna, the fruit juices, coconut water, Chandra, we get the grace and blessings of Bhagwan Venkateshwara for a healthy and prosperous relationships, health and well-being, abundance in wealth and purification. Mailer.com/savas. So here you can see the website www.kailasamailer.com/savas. And you can click on the learn more link and Vijayadashmi, these celebrations of Dasara. And you can also click on the link to Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam to learn more about the various offerings and sacred rituals being offered to Bhagwan Venkateshwara during these auspicious days of Brahmotsavam. So on the days of Navaratri, you can see the various offerings that you can register for the Mahanaivedya Seva, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the Tulabharam. And during the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, sacred rituals being offered to Bhagwan Venkateshwara during these auspicious days of Brahmotsavam. So on the days of Navaratri, you can see the various offerings that you can register for the Mahanaivedya Seva, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the Tulabharam. And during the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, you can also register for the Venkateshwara Namakalasha Abhishekam and the Venkateshwara Alankara Seva. So with that, now we will get ready for the sacred rituals from the Adi Kailasha Nithyananda Sarvajna Pita, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, where all of these integrity and authenticity, the highest integrity and authenticity with the and as prescribed in the Agamic indications. So let us now get ready to witness Ishvara and all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa and receive their grace and blessings in our life as we celebrate the Brahmotsavam. So let us now get ready for the darshan and the sacred rituals. Let us chant the Mahavakya and prepare ourselves to receive the divine darshan. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एवं ध्यात्वा बाणलिङ्गं यज्जेत्तं परमं शिवम् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनं उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनां मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ॐ ऐं एष गन्धः बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः ऐं इदं सचन्दनपुष्पं बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः ऐं इदं सचन्दनबिल्वपत्रं बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः ऐं एष धूपः बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः ऐं एष दीपः बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः ऐं इदं शोभकरणनैवेद्यं बाणेश्वरशिवाय नमः
ॐ श्रीमेते
गन्धपुष्पे गौर्यै नमः
ॐ ऐं एष सचन्दनपुष्प बिल्वपत्राञ्जलिः बाणवेश्वर शिवाय नमः ॐ
बाणेश्वराय नरकार्णवतारणाय ज्ञानप्रदाय करुणामय सागराय कर्पूरकुन्दधवलाय जटाधराय दारिद्र्यदुःखदहनाय नमः शिवाय ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे जयध्वनिमन्त्रमाता हुं फट् स्वाहा आगमार्थं तु देवानां गमनार्थं तु राक्षसां घण्टानादं करोम्यादौ देवताह्वानलाञ्छनं घण्टादेवताभ्यो नमः सूर्यार्घ्यदान विवस्वते ब्रह्मन् भास्वते विष्णुतेजसे जगत्सवित्रे शुचये सवित्रे कर्मदायिने ॐ मेषार्घ्यः श्रीसूर्याय नमः
ॐ
जपाकुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महद्युतिं ध्वान्तारिं सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम् ॐ ह्रीं ह्रीं स्वस्ति नः कात्यायनी ह्रम् अपर्णा श्रभा स्वस्ति नः कालिह्रूमेद अमृतमयी ह्रीं स्वस्ति नः प्रत्यङ्गिरा देवता दधातु ॐ ह्रीं स्वस्ति ह्रीं स्वस्ति ह्रीं स्वस्तिः